Alright, coming to you from our new underground here at the homestead we call Bondegard. Show you guys a little bit of what's going on today and what we're working on. So let's start with a tour of what it looks like now, because it's a bit of a mess, and then I'll time lapse a little bit of what we're working on and let you see how it goes. So you come here and you got, see if I can back up far enough to get more of that in there. Yeah, kind of the door entryway here. And we got all the stuff in here. We're going to organize water cans, camping gear, tactical gear, some food prep, some office stuff, some gun stuff, some reloading stuff, leather work stuff. So it's a lot going on in here. Well, let's get you guys set down. See if I can get this to look right. Let's see here. Still a little high. Angle that better. There. See kind of what we're doing, but that thing's right in the way there. Oh, right there. There we go. Alright. Snazzy outfit. Yeah, look at that. But anyway, so we're going to do some work in here. Some cleaning and organizing and stuff. And I will time lapse it if I can. Still figuring out some of that stuff. Not the greatest video editor. But we'll show you what you've seen what it looked like when we started, and you'll get to see what it looks like when I'm done with it. Probably spend about an hour or so on it today, and then we'll move on. So right now I am working on putting up the mannequin for my leather work that I do. I keep one for putting armor on because I think it looks really cool in a cave down here like this. So you see this is, you guys, I know it's not going to stay on there. I'm bigger than my mannequin is, but you can see this one here that I made. That is the binding of Fenrir, carved in leather. So you have Tyr there, and if you know the story, they were trying to trap Fenrir because they thought he was going to be too strong, and they tried several big chains and none of them worked, so they had their dwarves make them this special binding from like the roots of mountains and other crazy stuff like that that doesn't actually exist, but it's super strong. And so here, let me get that light so it blocks it for you. But in order for them to convince Fenrir to put it on, he said that one of the gods had to put their hand in his mouth so that if it was a trick he could bite it off, and Tyr volunteered to do that. So you see in there one-handed, and if you can see that, you can see the little hand in Fenrir's mouth, the one-handed god Tyr, and then the big wolf Fenrir carved into the belt. And then I have a pouch there with Jormungandr on it, carved into it. So it's just a little pouch to keep stuff in that goes on the belt. And your straps here are all runes and everything. So just something cool. We'll hang it up on the wall over here to look good. Make everything look cool. See if I can find a spot for this where it shows off well. I was going to try and put it on that mannequin, but this thing's sized to fit me, and I'm a little bit bigger than the Chinese plastic mannequin. They made him like a 130-pound dude, and I'm much larger than that, so we'll have to just hang this up somewhere. I'll have to find some tacks or something to hang it up. So back to undoing that. But at least you guys got to see it. Something cool I made. A little bit of leather work there. Something a little off for this channel, but a good skill. I've made a lot of really interesting, useful stuff with leather here, so. There. See? On the wall. We'll find another thing to hang the mannequin with, like some gorilla hooks or something, put the rest of that on him when we get time. And now, I'm just going to set him right outside out of the way. And just start tackling boxes. Oh, you're looking for a good blade. You can see how long I've had this one. This is the Benchmade Infidel Mini. Great knife. to. It's in this box here. So yeah, my pistol mantis is in here, my dummy round training guns are in here, some extra tack gear in here. So here, you guys can see in here what we got. We got an old LBV system. We got that out. We got some old canteens. Ooh. Gas mask. Spare plastic quick clips in case we need those for anything for repairing gear. Some cold weather gear. This should be targets. Is targets for shooting. We've got multi-cam blouse. Got one of my bags full of bullets for reloading and stuff. Some targets from Recoil magazine. This one's all folded up, but it's just like a silhouette target. Looks cool. That's all messed up there, but that's the thing where I track my times and stuff for my dry fire training, which we will set this up. See across here, right? We've got, let's see, how big is this? 3, 6, 9, 12-ish feet, 12 to 15 feet. I'm just stepping it off. So, you know, 4 or 5 yards. So perfect range for a little bit of dry practice. You just use smaller targets. It's a radio bag that goes inside that bag over there, but I've already got one in it. I have 2 of those. Let's see. The box to my Tango MSR rifle scope that I've got on my little DMR rifle setup. Ooh, this is a cool one. You guys will appreciate this. Dummy rounds. This can was actually one that was used in my military service days. The ordnance shop. I wasn't in the air wing, so the ordnance shop had this one. They were going to get rid of it. You need 2 hands, crack it open here just a second. And they let some of us take them, so I've had this since my military days. And then I bought organizers for it. And you can see here some of the different ways I've trained over the years. You can take one of these and push the cap all the way down on it like that. It'll split, but it's okay. And what happens is you can put that in like to hold the chamber open on an AR-10, and that will allow you to manipulate the trigger. The trigger will actually go back and forth, so you can pretend to press it. Do the same thing on a Glock with just a wadded up piece of paper, so I got that the right size there. And then I've got some dummy rounds here. These are the Magpul ones for 5.56. You can train doing loading and unloading and failure to fire drills. You can do live fire training. Get back up there and stay thing. And then 9mm ones from that same training. And the second level of it, I got my training knives that I made to match my daily carry. I don't carry it when I'm in the house, so I don't have this knife on me right now. But these are all cast resin copies of my knives, except for this blade is actually a plastic blade that I carved out to match it, so I can train with the knife that I carry. And then there's a full resin one here. It's nice and flexible, right? So I got a couple different ones to practice with. I'll set this on the floor. Go through it. It's trying to come apart. I don't know if there's anything in the third one, but there's another layer of the organizer down there, and it's just empty. So if you're looking for a way to keep your training stuff together, like snap caps and all that stuff, these work really well. Let you organize the ammo can. And then I painted that ammo can a different color so I don't grab it when it's live ammo, or don't accidentally grab live ammo thinking that it's training ammo. There's a shot timer here, another great tool for when you're practicing both live and dry. This should be my gunsmithing tools, I think. Let's see here. Have to set you down for a minute to open the bag, but it'll be dark for just a second. I'm still here. But yes, gunsmithing stuff, so like extra sights, tools, springs, rock set, special screwdrivers, hammers, all that. So we'll get that closed up. Still gotta get the desk down here at some point, but there's not room for it right now. I'm trying to go through these boxes and figure out what we got in here. It's the charger for my radio, my Baofeng. I don't need to go down here. An extra 3-point sling will need to go down here somewhere. Extra Glock case that can live down on a shelf. The Manus training system. So this is the Laser Academy. So it works with any laser cartridges in a cell phone, right? So sorry, hard to do one-handed. But there's the stand for your phone, the stick for knocking the laser cartridge out. That's a 9mm laser cartridge. All the targets and sticky tack and stuff to put them up. So you can train with that with a laser. There's also one I have down here for a rifle called a Blackbeard X that shoots a laser, so it works with rifles as well. This is pretty cool. Goes in your tactical gear, just clips in and lets you hold your phone on your chest or your tac gear. So here, I'll show you. It would sit about here and keep your phone on it, and then it flips open, you know, like this, and you have your phone sitting on there like that, and then you can kind of use your phone, or you know, if you got your GPS system on there and all that. So that's a really cool piece of kit. And then we got this for putting a pistol in. It doesn't actually work right now. I've printed some stuff to get it going, but still has some issues. That's just a toy. Nothing good there. Mag couplers. Ooh, training Glock. So this thing is a BB gun, right? Take that. Runs on CO2 cartridges, shoots BBs, but it actually loads. Here you go. We'll push that in and like locks in a magazine, has familiar weight, holds open like that, so it actually blows back when you fire. Works a lot like a regular Glock. So if you're doing some different kind of training that you want recoil simulation and loading simulation, these work really well. And like actually Glock licensed, Glock 17 copy right here, officially licensed product. And I can't remember, I think it's Umarex that makes these. Let's see here, if we can see here, get it to, I don't know, doesn't have the manufacturer's name on it, but I'm pretty sure it was Umarex that made these. If you can find them, they're really good to have. You can see I got the CO2 cartridges for it there. Name tapes. I've got a training log where I keep all that stuff. More targets and stuff in there. Then all my blue guns. I got one for my 43 and one for my 34. The back straps for them. So, you know, all that stuff. So that's what's in that one. Move this bag here and get you guys set that down. There we go, back set up right. So that's what's in that box. So we'll start finding homes for all this stuff if we can. Oh. Let's see. Well, some of this stuff is going to have to go in totes. My awards here. This tote, actually, that's where I keep all that stuff. So I'll just set this in the corner of the rifles out of the way. Oh. Training stuff goes on this thing. Manus will go on here. Sorry, knocking you around, but the little thing that's holding that phone up is where I keep all my blue guns and stuff. So I'm trying to stack them up on there. keep them from falling down. Go. Trim holster. Right there for now. Oh. These are actually kind of cool. I don't know if you guys ever seen these before. They're made by Acid Tactical. So you can see that there. Yeah, it's backwards, but you can see it. But they are for painting multicam paint jobs on stuff. They're stencils, so I keep a set of those around for anything I need multicammed that's not already. Some extra paper targets here. These ones are, I keep these because they're near and dear to me. This is when I took my wife for a concealed carry permit here in the state, South Carolina. So I had to shoot, you know, in South Carolina they actually score your shooting and stuff. So I kept her target from that because I think it's really cool to have. Got mine too. I won't show hers off. And the place we went, they made you shoot a 22 that they own. Well, Smith & Wesson revolver 22. So it's hard to see some of the holes in this, but you can see there was my setup there, so not too bad. I'm not going to show off the wives without their permission, so I don't want people to see that, but I did okay. Shooting anywhere from 3 to 15 yards for that thing, so for all of them to be in the A zone there, I was pretty happy with that, especially with a gun, a friggin' revolver I'd never shot before. There's the batteries for that radio, the extended battery. That's all there. Oh, a certificate where I got my good cookies in here. It's what we call good conduct medals in the Marine Corps. Put it up here on the shelf. And this is just a bunch of targets. Yeah, this is all. So I ordered the larger size targets for wanting to do these. You're doing the Manus Laser Academy. You got, you know, different targets that they'll come with. That one's upside down, but you get to just a bunch of different stuff you can shoot. There's also a control target to start and stop the training by shooting a laser at it. So put those on the shelf. Outdoor targets and holders. We're doing like IDPA stuff. I'll just lean these guys out here for now. Too low, you can't see me, but another stack of those cardboard targets. This is the tumbler for cleaning brass. It'll be right in the way right now. So outside with it too. Another training gun. Go on the stack here. Oop. Knocked you over, my bad. There you go. Look at me being a professional videographer with no stand. Just leaning the phone up against the wall. Super awesome. Alright, first box is empty. Cut it down, get it out of here. Box one gone. Alright, here's the next box. Get out of my bedroom. Going down here. Reloading equipment and ammo. Don't have anywhere to put that yet. just set it outside or over here for a little time being out of the way. We gotta get some shelving and stuff up in here for a lot of this stuff first before we can do that. Let's see, this is camping gear, 2 totes full of that stuff over here. So that we'll put in the corner. Ooh, here. There's a cool one I think you guys will like. Found this. These apparently came out of a museum somewhere. They're all laminated and stuff. But I thought it was really cool. So this one is George Washington. Yeah, block that light. George Washington crossing the Delaware River in the Revolutionary War. Which is super cool. Found these at a Goodwill. So I thought it was a cool decoration for a liberty-minded man to remember what the forefathers gave up for us to have these rights. And this will go up here on the wall over my desk when it gets in here. So when I'm working, I can have a constant reminder of what they went through for us to be where we are, and just how fucking far we've fallen. Holy crap, how far we've fallen. Ugh. One of my go bags there. We got 2 of them. One's the kit bag, it's got all the kit stuff in it. The other one is the shit has gone down and I need to go report in kind of thing bag. So camping stuff. Put this bag on top of those. Like this. There. By the way, it's easy to get on if you need to anyway. Here, I'll show you how I like. So these bags have hip belts, shoulder straps, so I keep them one looser than the other. So I can walk up to it, slide my right arm in, my left arm in, put the belt on. But this being on top of a couple of totes like this, puts it at where I can just walk up to it, and boom, right? So my arm goes in it. Just walking up to it, I don't have to pick it up off the ground. Makes that a lot easier to work on and put on. Get that pencil out of shot there. There we go. So that's where that stuff's gonna live. These are some emergency food rations down there in those 5-gallon buckets, so keep them up against the wall. Shooting gloves here can go back over here in this thing. You know, the spot where this thing's at, where you guys are right now, is going to move, but it's a convenient spot to hold the phone right now, and I can still put stuff on it. This is a gift from my wife. Goes on the door, even though this room doesn't really have a door right now, but kind of cool. So we'll find somewhere to put that up in here. I have to go get some thumbtacks here in a minute. For now, I'm just go on the shelf. Just trying to get a little bit more organized in here. See, this should be my travel pistol case. It is. Yep, it's all set up for traveling with a pistol. There's that. Oh, phone holder. Go up here. In this box. Empty box. Junk. One more out of the way. ISO mat, also known as a rubber bitch. What you sleep on in the Marine Corps, at least when I was in. I'm sure they've come up with something better now. And these friggin' 1/4-inch thick little foam mats to beat the ground, but not by much. But I've got one because I know how to use them. They don't weigh a whole lot. I have something better in my kit, but that's a good backup. Plus a little bit of nostalgia. Go bag there. More zombie targets. That one's all chewed up. That one's junk. That one's all chewed up. That one's junk. Give them to the kid. He'll shoot them. He'll love that. Oh, these are my M16 AR-15 prints. These will go on the wall in here as part of the decorations. I think they're cool. They're like engineering drawings of the internals of ARs. So, hostage target kid will enjoy that. Ooh, you guys may never seen one of these. These are kind of rare. I use it for, we got black bears here that like to roam this property, so keep this guy loaded up in the corner. Some of you may recognize this as a Lee Enfield number 4 Mark I, but this one is a little bit different. This one, let's see if I can get that on there. So you can see that U.S. property right there. This one was actually made by Savage here in the States, part of the Lend-Lease program. So we were making guns for the British, and part of the thing was that we couldn't sell guns to the British. It was from one of the treaties from the war. So instead, we were making them and lending and leasing them to them, not selling them to them, so that we weren't breaking any treaties, but we were still arming them. I think this one even has a cleaning kit in it. Let's see. No. Need to pick up the cleaning kit for this one. But it's a good rifle. Real good rifle. I love my own ammo for it. And this thing would definitely, 303 Brit's been used to hunt elephants. Not that it's an elephant gun. I wouldn't hunt an elephant with it. But it does a really good job. It has a really nice sling on it. A very pretty gun. It was my grandfather's, given to me. And it has the ladder sights, which is uncommon for these. They weren't commonly made with the ladder sights. They were made with flip sights. So you had a close range, big ring peep sight. You see that there? And then when you flipped it up, it had a very small peep sight, kind of like this ladder's got on it. But it didn't have the adjustable range ladder like this one does, which I really like. It works really good. The range increments on it aren't correct for the ammo I load, but I've shot it enough to know about how many clicks to go for what ranges. And I don't try and shoot that out to crazy distances. So, I mean, I have for fun, but I don't count on it for that. So, all right, let's see what else we got here. Another box of cool stuff. So, this is my decorative sword for my barbarian armor kit, but it's all been blunted, tip taken off of it. So I use this when I'm doing sword training too, you know, so yeah, and stuff. Not a swordsman, but it's fun to play with, and it works really good for going in like costume when I go out in armor, like for Ren fairs and stuff like that. Which I don't do all that often, but it is fun to do. And I don't keep it in this sheath. I have a frog for when I'm going out. This sheath is just for protecting it around the house, and it's painted white so that you know it's been dulled. I have a usable copy of it that's still sharp, and it stayed black, so I marked it that it was the training one. Camo wrap for camouflaging guns and equipment can go up here on the shelf. It's just like vet wrap, that self-adhesive wrap, but it's printed camouflage on it, so that works pretty well. And I've been at this almost half an hour already. We're making some progress, Let's see what's in this box. Gun case. So, some old stuff. I've probably never seen one of these. These were the newsletters we got when I was in the military. My squadron was the MFA 312. You can see that there. Called the checkerboards. And they put out a monthly newsletter while we were on deployments and stuff. So my wife got a bunch of those. My copy of the Principles of Personal Defense. You can tell, well used, well read. Recommend that for everybody. I'll never get rid of that. What else we got in here? Book for Resident Evil. That's video game stuff. That's kids. Hey, there's the Blackbeard. Been looking for that. So for anybody that hasn't seen one of these before, you'll get a kick out of this. It replaces the bolt carrier group in your AR and your charging handle. And then the magazine is the battery for it, and also holds the Manus X equipment that makes it work, so it can read all the accelerometers and stuff and help you become a better shooter by knowing how you're holding the gun, where you're moving off, where you're moving wrong, all that stuff. This thing is really cool. Zippo brand hand warmer. Runs on Zippo lighter fluid, has a little burner in there that stays covered, and it no open flame or anything, but you keep it in this bag, gets nice and hot and warm, and keeps your hands warm when you're out hunting. Oh, let's see. Spare batteries, board, optic, safety glasses for shooting. Heater cord, charger, pen blades. These are medical blades that pop out like a pen. They're retractable. An old remote for TV. Weighted blankets. Ooh, cold weather gear. Okay. Yeah, that's just a bunch of random stuff here. What we got here? Yeah, stuff on my pad in there. Quarter size IPSC targets for training and stuff. Come in white, or you can turn around and see the other side. So I got a whole box of those for training too. Alright, well that box is not ready to have anything done with it yet, but this weighted blanket needs to get washed. And my wives will take it out of here. Starting to make some progress. Still kind of a mess, but it's starting to make some progress. It's those white shelves are where you keep all the office supplies. And then this is like a little gun vise made by MTM, so it holds like cleaning supplies and tools. And this part opens and closes, so it'll like clamp down, hold the gun in there, so you can keep it down and stable while you're working on it or cleaning it. So it's a really cool way to tabletop a gun to work on it. Military memorabilia, yeah, this stuff needs to go in there with that, so that doesn't get lost. Whole tote of the military stuff. Well, I'm sure most of you that are watching have clicked off by now, but that's half an hour of watching me work on a room. That's a really long time to watch some dude work on a room. But here's what we've gotten done. Oh, let's get this out of the floor. It's the box to my suppressor there. So, yeah, found those in my kid's room. The joys of being a parent, right? I have to do something with those. But here's what we got so far. You saw where it started. So we kind of got this corner starting to get organized here instead. Shelf's still a wreck, but it is what it is. Got some emergency supplies, some military memorabilia. And so we almost got it cleaned out to where I can get a desk over there. So that'll be the next project, and we'll keep showing you progress as it's made. But that's it for today. Have a good day, guys. Modern Barbarian signing off.